This evening, our program isn't that lengthy. We have about 6 pointers. And first off, I would like to start off by welcoming everyone, the community members, the CPF, the neighborhood watchers, my support head, Colonel Africa, the Chaplain Mark, and my station commander, Colonel Tamboer. He is to ensure that the Hermanus is safe and secure at all times, and he is to account for us as his members when you guys at the communities have questions or queries. I would like to call upon Colonel Tamboer. Thank you.
Good evening, each and everyone. Welcome here tonight, Sandbaai. I think this is the first of its nature, and it's not the last. But feel welcome. The purpose of this event tonight is we are enrolling it out in the whole of Hermanus. And this is just to give you an indication of the situation regarding the crime in each and every area in Hermanus. And tonight we'll focus on Sandbaai. A follow-up session will be when it comes to cues and pace. But tonight is just an introduction of the management of Hermanus. Then we have other role players that we can't work alone in isolation, that strengthen our arms. It's the CPF that we have. I don't know if you know the chairperson. She's staying in Sandbaai. Unfortunately, she is in Petal at this moment in time. She was an ex-police official. She was also a station commander in Caledon. She recently retired. June Marman. She's the CPF chairperson of Hermanus. To start off, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of August or Sandbaai, but I will also zoom into 5 months, the start of the new financial year, the 1st of April till end of August, the 5 months, compared to the 5 months the previous year from April to August. But that is now for the whole of Hermanus. But for the sake of tonight, I will focus on August for Sandbaai. What I want to talk about is the background, the crime comparisons, the days of the weeks and time frames when crime is happening, the hotspot areas in the streets, and the contributing factors, and then the action steps that we're going to put in place or are putting in place at this moment in time. From April up until August, compared to last year, April to August, we showed a decrease of 7.7% in our overall crime picture for Hermanus. This is now the broader Hermanus. Our contact crimes showed an increase of 8.1%, and that is the concern of Hermanus because Hermanus have been identified as a contact crime station. And that is where we need to focus more to bring our picture of our crime picture down. Contact-related crime showed a decrease of 7 counts lower. Property crime, a decrease of 8 counts lower. Other serious crime, a decrease of 9.2%. And trail crimes showed a decrease of 1 count lower. Now, trail crimes is carjackings, is house robberies, is business robberies. So that showed also a decrease. Now here you can see the 5-month crime comparison. It's just in a chart. If you look at April is the dark blue one. I just want to show you the bigger picture for Sandbaai. Can you see the type of crimes that happened and how many? How many? You see, the most that happened in July was fraud with 13 cases. If you look at burglary residentials, the most also in July was 7. Otherwise, April, May, and August, it's only once in 2s. If I need to summarize this picture here, then you can see the decrease in crime for the past 5 months compared with the last. Remember, Sandbaai at some states has a huge problem when it comes to burglaries. Sky high. But now all of a sudden you need to look now and go and look for if a burglary took place or whatever the case might be. But that in a nutshell is when we work together. There's no way that the police alone can do however they want to do it. They will never ever fight the crime alone to show this picture at the end of the day. But our concern out of this picture is our 4 cases of commercial crime. And it's all over. It's month by month that we sit with increases of fraudulent cases, commercial crime. People, as I said in Hermanus, the Bible is boom. Don't buy anything via social media. Don't buy a car via social media. Don't react on a call where somebody says, I'm working in EFSA. There was money there was a transaction on your account. Do this, that. Please don't follow that instructions. That is how people get what you've worked for so hard in a split of a second, and there's nothing in your bank account. Beware, people. We try to do this awareness campaigns on a weekly basis to just send the message out. Don't do fraudulent transactions. Don't, please. Contact crime, you can see Sandbaai is the light blue. I'm not going to worry about Mount Pleasant. We are focused on Sandbaai tonight. How many light blue signs you see? 1, 2, 3. For August, only one robbery took place in Sandbaai. Only one robbery with a weapon, one robbery with a firearm. That is the crime that you place in Sandbaai for August. Can you believe it? Any burglaries? Do you see any burglaries there? There's no property crime. That is what we want to see on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, the broader area of Hermanus. Even Fisherhaven, even Houston, even Mount Pleasant. But the picture I want to show you tonight is the crime reduced in Sandbaai tremendously. Tremendously. And that is due to partnership policing, community policing. We need to talk to one another. We need to have meetings. We need to have engagements. We need to come with best practices to the fore. And this is what SAPS, law enforcement, security companies, neighborhood watchers, CPS, CIBs, this is the result of it, working together. This is just to show you the days when the most crime is taking place, the different days and which times. Now here you can see Sundays is the day that's supposed to be the quietest day of the week. The day that we need to spend with family and even in the presence of the Lord. But look at Sundays. Now this is coming from a Saturday night up unto a Sunday. Thursdays and Fridays. But look at the time frames as well. From 12 to 1400 hours, 3 incidents. And even from 2000 hours till midnight, also 3 incidents. This is low figures, and we need to keep it like that. We need to sustain and even further reduce how far we can. Here we just highlighted the streets where the contact crime took place. You can see there was 2 incidents in Bergsag, 2 incidents Spelpo. Otherwise there was only a single incident in Itretis, the Papi near in Main Maglo. But you can see. And this is now the property crime. The previous slide was all about contact crime. This is now property crime. You can see there for Sandbaai was only attempted burglary, a theft general, and a theft out of motor vehicle for all this town. So we can clearly see the picture. Saturdays are the days that most of the property crime are reported, even Friday. In the time frames is from 12 in the afternoon till 4 o'clock, and then from 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Affected stage of property is the R43, and then there were 4 incidents in Long Street, and 4 in Piet Retief, and 3 in Nico van der Merwe. So the contributing factors, what we highlighted is valuables left in plain sight, vehicles parked in street with valuable e-sites, repeated offenders, approximately those were easily in Mount Pleasant, unemployment, the bushy areas, and the core monitoring of parolees. Why do you think we highlighted the contributing factor like that? Remember, correctional services is also a partner of us. So we also need to have engagements with them and even operations with them. The other day when they came to visit parolees in Israel, it was by the mercy that they were spared, because when they visited, they was in Crossfire at that specific momentary time where there was a shooting incident and they have to flee the scene. The action step thereafter, I made contact, or the chief of the prison in Caledon made contact with me. So we've decided if whenever they're going to come to Hermanus to do parole visits, they must first stop at the police station so that we can go with them into the area to do their job. But this is just a few contributing factors, and then this is the action steps that we need to implement. You can see there street Imbizo's awareness campaigns, but I'm not going to dwell into this. All I want to say is crime did show a huge reduction for Sandbaai. And we need to sustain it, we need to keep it like that. Every week we have our local meetings where we have the neighborhood watch, as well as the security companies with us, where we plan accordingly what happened, see what we can do, measures that we can put in place for the next week to address that. But I need to say, and I need to say each and every one of them, all the role players involved, the community. You know, at some stage, I thought I should have left the group. I'm honest when I'm saying this, the WhatsApp group. Because in the beginning, it was like people are attacking one another. People don't care what they are saying on the group. And I said to myself, must I be on a group like this? I will never comment on groups, but when it fits me to say something, then I will do. But in the sense of crime and what we can put in place to address crime or to reduce crime. But now I can see we have learned out of our mistakes. The group is just posting what is needed to be posted. And that's what we like. Let's talk crime and let's give us, at the end of the day, ideas and best practices how to fight crime. Before I want to end off with this, just want to give you the bigger picture of the crime situation at this moment in time in Hermanus compared to last year. When it comes to contact crime, this is now from the 1st of April to the end of August compared to last year. Just want to show you figures. Contact crime as a whole, a reduction of 18.7% for the broader Hermanus. Contact-related crime, a reduction of 26.9%. Property-related crime, a reduction of 35.9%. Other serious crime, a reduction of 18.7%. Crime is heavily dependent on police action, and that is what us needs to do. Firearms and ammunition result in increase of 1 test more than the previous year. Drug-related crime, we saw an increase of 43.4%. Drunken drivers, people, concern. Here's concern. An increase of 170.2% in drunken drivers. So we need to educate our people when it comes to liquor. We need to because this is too much, way too much. And overall, 23.3% reduction. Overall, no crime of the broader matters. So we can clearly see that there's a difference, there's something happening, and we need to proceed doing what we are doing at this moment in time. We are facing the festive season that is on us. We already saw what is happening in Stanford. We saw what happened in Sandbaai. We saw what happened in Hermanus. It's now tomorrow. There's a protest action in Drayton. Then it will come back to Sandbaai. So people, we are facing the election. It's around the corner. So beware. Look at your safety first. Look at the safety of your premises. Let's look after one another. Our neighbors that we don't know. If they are not there, just have a look. Just put an eye there of what is happening. But let us be aware of the surroundings around us and what is happening around us. Because for this festive season lying ahead of us, we can expect the unexpected. They're going to keep us busy. But, and I will always say, if we know the Lord in all that we are doing, He will smoothen our paths. That is a promise. He will smoothen our paths. And that is why our prime situation is like it is at this moment in time. So in a nutshell, I don't want to have a long speech. I said enough, I think. But next time when we engage again, I want the Q's and A's so that we can clear if there's uncertainties, if there's concerns or whatever the case might be. But we need to talk to one another. We need to, so that we can see what we are doing, whether it's good or bad. But at this moment in time, it's good. So let's keep on doing that. Let's work together. And if there's concerns, let's talk about it. I do believe there can be problems, but there can be more solutions to the problems. So thank you very much. We're going to be busy for now. I don't think we will have engagements like this because at the end of this month, the 28th until the 3rd of October, we have the number 1 of the company in Arabella and the Wela Cove, and just thereafter is the Whale Festival. So all the actions, the events will come to the fore now. So we need to gear ourselves for that. Thank you very much, Sandbaai. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for the WhatsApp group that is there, that is working. And thank you to each and everyone taking care regarding the safety of Sandbaai, but in a whole for Hermanus. I thank you.